Hey guys, what's up? Welcoming to my YouTube channel. Hope all are you doing great. In this video, I will explain February 13, 2022 high complexity level question in C Sharp. Without wasting the time, let me open question first. Yes, this is the question asked in February 13, 2022. Let me explain. See, high complexity. See, first title colony management system. Next, create a console-based application to do a certain operations based on the constraints as given below. Okay, let's see constraints and all. Create a class called colony with the below attributes: flat number int, owner name string, flat type string, rent double, inmates count int. It means first we have to create one class. The class name is colony, and in that class we have to create some attributes. The attributes is flat number as int data type, owner name as string data type, flat type as string data type, rent as double data type, inmates count as int data type. Okay, I will explain again in coding part. Let's wait. Next, generate a necessary public properties. Create a constructor for colony class which takes parameter flat number, owner name, flat type, rent, and inmates count, and then assigns the values for all of the attributes. It means after creating the class, for that class we have to create one constructor. In that constructor we have to pass the all the parameters. Next, create a class colony management with the attributes methods given below. After that, again we have to create one more class, the class name as colony management. In this class we have to take some attributes and methods. Let me see attributes. A list of type colony named as colony list. First we have to take one list. Its type as colony and the name of the list as colony list. Next, methods. A method which takes flat type as input parameter. It should return the list of colony where inmate counts is greater than 8 and flat type attribute matches the input parameter flat type. Along with that, it should increase the rent of the colony with 5% with its existing rent value when returning the new list. It means in this method we have to take one input flat type it as string data type. Then we have to check the this flat type exists in the given list or not. If it exists, then we have to check again for those flat types inmates counts is greater than 8 or not. If greater than 8 means we have to print those rent of the colony 5% with the existing rent value. I will explain with the test case, then it will understood better. Let's wait. Next note, all the comparisons are case sensitive. Instructions to write main section of code. Let's see. You would require to main section completely, hence please follow the below instruction for the same. You would require writing main program which is in line to sample input description section to read the data in the some sequence as mentioned below. Create an object as manager for colony management class. In the main method we have to create one object for colony management class, I mean for second class. Next, create an object of colony after reading the attributes data related to it with the given sequence of arguments to fulfill the constructor requirements mentioned. Add the object created above to the list named colony list of colony management class colony management object manager. This step repeats for the number of colony objects mentioned in the first line of input. Next, take input for flat type and call method. If no colony found the given flat type, print no colony found with the given flat type, excluding the double quotes. Otherwise, print flat number, dollar symbol, owner name, dollar symbol, flat type, dollar symbol, rent, dollar symbol, inmates count, excluding the curly braces and double quotes from the returning list of the colony. It means when we are checking the method right, this is the input and output format. I will explain in the test case, then it will understood for you. See input format, we will see first line takes input as number of objects of class colony class to be created. It means first we have to take the input as integer type. It means like it refers to the how many objects of colony exist in that colony. Next line of input will contain flat number, owner name, flat type, rent, and inmates count. Next line of the input, for each object of colony, we have to take all these parameters. This step of reading 5 lines of input will be repeated for the number of objects. This second step will be repeated till how many objects of colony we took. Last line of input represents the flat type to pass per method. Next to last line, we have to take one more input like flat type as string data type for checking the method. Okay. Now let me explain with this test case. First input 4. It is the integer data type. It represents the how many objects of colony present in that colony. They took it as 4. So it means 4 objects of colony present in that colony. 252 is the first object of colony flat number. Second Ashwa is the owner name of first object of colony. Triplex is the flat type of first object of colony. 26,000 is the first object of colony. Rent 6 is the first object of colony. Inmates count. Next 21 is the these all are the related to first object of colony. Next 21 is the second object of colony flat number, second object of colony owner name, second object of colony flat type, second object of colony rent, and inmates count. These all are the related to second object of colony. Next 28 is the third object of colony flat number, next owner name, next flat type, rent, inmates count. And 215 is the fourth object of colony flat number, owner name, flat type, rent, and inmate count. Next triplex is the third input is flat type as string data type for checking the method. They took it as complex, they took it as triplex. It means triplex is the flat type. Then we have to check triplex flat type how many objects are existing this flat type. First step we have to check that one. See triplex. See first object of colony having triplex flat type. Next second object of colony having triplex flat type. Next third object of colony having single story flat type. So this is not having triplex type, so we won't consider this object of colony. Next fourth object of colony also having triplex, so we have 1 2 three objects of colony having triplex flat type. Next we have to check again inmate count. Those object having more than the 8 inmate counts. Now we will see first object of colony having 6 as the inmates count, so we won't consider this because 6 is less than 8, right? So this one. Next second object of colony having 9 as the inmates count, so we will consider this one second object of colony. Why? Because 9 is the greater than 8, right? So we will consider. Next fourth object of colony 15, so 15 is also greater than 8, so we will consider second object of colony and fourth object of colony. So we have to print. In question they mentioned like output format. Exactly, we have to print the same format as it is, otherwise test courses will not pass, will fail. See flat number dollar symbol, owner name dollar symbol, flat type dollar symbol, rent dollar symbol, inmates count. So we have to print exactly. See now we will see. Now we are having 2 objects of colony fulfilling those criteria, so we have to print those 2 objects of colony. See first object of colony 21, this is the second, right? 21 is the second object of colony flat number 21. Next dollar symbol, owner name Sushila, next dollar symbol triplex flat type, next dollar symbol 17,000 is the rent, but here 17,850 they are printing, because in question they told, right, in method, those objects fulfilling this criteria, in output they have to print increase the rent of the colony with 5% its existing rent value. So we have to print the rent value 5% more than the existing value. So first we are having 17,000 as the object of colony rent, but 5% of 17,000 more we have to print in output. So 5% of 17,000 is 850. So we are printing 17,000 plus one more 5% extra, so 17,850. Next dollar symbol, next inmates count. This is the second object of colony. Next again fourth object of colony also fulfilling our criteria, right? So 215 is the fourth object of colony, flat number, dollar symbol, Ashwa flat name, owner name, dollar symbol, triplex flat type, dollar symbol, next 29,000 rent. So again here also we have to print 5% of the rent value in the output. 5% of rent value plus existing value we have to print in the output. So 29,000 is the rent value, so 5% of 29,000 is the 1,450. So we have to add 1,450 plus 29,000, so 30,450, and dollar symbol inmates count 1515. This is the first test case explanation. I hope this question is understood for everyone. If not, please pause the video and understand the question first. If not, anyway I will explain in coding part also, don't worry. For that, let me open first Visual Studio. Yes, this is the Visual Studio. Let me start coding first. As usual, first we have to write using system dot collections dot generic using system dot link. I hope everyone understood why I am taking these three. Okay. If not, please watch my previous video. Then after that, first we have to create first class named as colony. So class colony, better to take exact names of classes or variables, because in some cases TCS compiler will won't accept other. So in this class we have to take these attributes. So let's wait. I will take, see, public first flat number is the int, so public int flat number. Next public string owner name, public string flat type, public double rent, public inmates count is the int, right, data type int. All these are attributes of the first class. Why I am taking public means, see, I will tell difference between public and private. If we are mentioning like public means, then we will access in another classes also. If we don't mention, if we are mentioning like private means, only in that particular class only we are accessing those. In another class we won't access those variables, or as well as attributes, as well as methods too. So I am taking public in this class. And C# is not dynamic typed like Python, right? It is static typed. So we have to mention all these data types. So after this, again we have to take one constructor for this class. So constructor public colony constructor for this class. So I'm taking the constructor name as colony. Next we have to pass the all these attributes. First attribute int flat number, next string owner name, next string flat type, next double rent, next int inmates count. Next we have to assign like this dot flat number is called this flat number, this dot owner name is called owner name, this dot flat type is called flat type, this dot rent is equal to rent, next to last this dot inmates count is called inmates count. Why I am like taking like this dot, this dot, this dot means it represents the current value. It will give current value storing in these variables. So that's why I am taking like this. you will understand in 2 to 3 problems. Let's wait, don't worry. After that, again we have to take one another constructor. Why? Because in some problems they will ask like two constructor like that, so without confusing for that, so better to take two constructor. If taking also in this problem, nothing will happen, but better to take empty constructor colony like this is the first class about colony. Next, we have to create another class named as colony management. So for that, so outside of the class I came. Next class is colony management. So OLONY colony management. In this class, we have to take again some attributes and methods. So first attribute is the list, right? So for this, again I am using public. I told right why I am taking all time public. If we are taking public means we can access in another classes also. That's why I am taking public list as the data type. So list type is colony, right? So colony. Next, list name as colony list. So this is the type of the list. Next, this is the name of this list is equal new list colony. This is the implementation of list in the oops concept. Like this we have to implement in C# oops concept. Next, better to take one more list in all problems, because in every CPA question they will ask similar. So that's why better to follow same concept in all the problems. Then easily you crack 80 plus in every exam. So again I am taking one more list. Same this list name your wish which name is also you will take. So I am taking C list is called list colony. This is the second list. Again I will create one object of colony, not object, it is the variable typed as colony. See, I will tell why I am taking and all. End of the solution you will understood everything. So same thing you have to follow in every question. So public, this is without taking public also no problem I think. Let's see. Colony variable name yeah I will take is called new colony. Okay, this is the implementation of list. Next we have to implement this method. For this public I will implement void method. If you want you will implement colony type method also, no problem, but better to implement void method because it won't confuse in the solution. So like void method name I will take it as method. In some questions they will mention method name also. In such case you have to mention same name. In this method we have to pass string data type flat type input, right? So string f type is the flat type, it means. So any variable you have to mention, no problem. This is the method implementation. In this method we have to write some logics. I will explain logic, don't worry. First thing we have to use for loop in this problem. If you are using for loop, it will it will go around 200 lines. So in exam time is also that much, right? So if using for loop means again time is also not sufficient, so better to take for each loop. For each data type as the colony, right? In this question, so we have to mention colony C in colony list. So we are iterating in the colony list one by one object. So for that we are using for each loop. I told right why I am using for each loop in this question. If you use for loop, it will go around 200 lines. So that's why I am using for each. First step we have to check is the this input flat type is exist in the how many objects of colony in that colony. So for that we are using if condition. If c dot flat type dot to lower. Why I am taking to lower means in some test cases they will use capital letters. So for that time C# is case sensitive, right? So for that time test cases will fail. For that we have to convert everything to lower or everything to upper. So I am converting everything to lower. Lower is equal to this f type F type is the input dot to layer. Like this we have to take, this means C is the iterative in the colony list, right? So first C represents the first object of colony list. First it will check it's correct or not. If we not correct means, again after checking the each object, this loop is iterating till the end of the loop. So if it is correct, this statement, I mean given flat type is equal to the object of colony flat types, then we have to add the another list those objects of colonies. So the for that C list is right, C list dot add of C. This is the C sharp, this is the one add inbuilt function in C sharp. It means it will host object of colony having the same flat type, then those object of colony we have to add in this list. After that we have to come outside the for each loop. Then after that again we have to check, like if C list dot count greater than 0 means, it means this is the C list, right? C list dot count means we have to check, we are checking like how many objects are available in the list. If it is greater than 0 means, again we are have to check the inmates count, whether it is greater than 8 or not. For that we are using this statement. If for in this statement also again we have to iterate, right? So for that again we have to take another for each loop, for each colony as the type. If you want C or anything, you have to take bull instead of this variable. So C in, now not colony list, now we are checking in C list, right? We are iterating in C list, so in C list. So in this for each loop again we have to check the inmates counts whether it is greater than 8 or not. For that again we have to use if statement. C dot inmates count greater than 8. If it is greater than 8 means, then we have to print the output statement exactly. So let's see, format C flat number like this one by one. Then we have to print the same format. For this console dot write line, see first flat number. So C dot C represents the first object of colony. Next iteration it will represent the second object of colony, like that it will represent. So C dot flat type plus, again we have to add the dollar symbols also. If we don't follow this dollar symbol and all, I mean this format, test cases definitely will fail. So next dollar, after that plus, next C dot owner name, next again dollar symbol, next C dot flat type, next dollar symbol, next 5 more percent of existing rent, right? For that C dot rent, I will tell all this. Wait, next again dollar symbol, C dot flat, C dot inmates count, right? Count. Like this we have to print, but here instead of rent we have to print another 5 more percent, right? So for that 5%, it means 1.05. It means 5 more percent of rent we are increasing. So star, it means it represents the multiplication. Next C dot rent, this is like this we have to take semicolon. Next we have to check each object of colony present in the C list. Next we have to come out the loop, we have to print else. In else condition, if it is count, I mean C list dot count less than 0 means we have to print it. C in the question C, if no colony found with the given flat type means no colony found with the given flat type. Like this we have to print in else condition. It means C list count less than 0 means it represents the input taking flat type is not same as the total object of colony. Then we have to print console dot write line colony found with the given flat type semicolon. This is the logic for given method. Now we have to create main class. In the main method we have to take on all inputs, right? So for this again I have to create one class. This is the main class, so I am taking the class name as my class. In this we have to take one method, main method, static void main string of. First we have to take the object of second class, right? See them in. So for this object colony management, the object name is the manager is equal to new colony management. This is the implementation of the object. Next, after creating the object for colony management, next we have to take the input. See input format I will show. See first line takes the input as the number of objects of colony class to be created. So for that, this is the integer data type, right? So int n, your wish, any variable name you will take. I am taking n in simple way. First we have to convert, right? So convert to in console dot read line. Console dot read line. Next line is the set of all inputs will contain all these attributes. For this we have to take for loop because it is it will repeat, right, for each object same attribute. So for that we have to take for loop int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. In the for loop, first the attribute is flat number. Flat number is the int, right? So int flat number. Next string owner name. Next again string flat type. Next rent is the double, right? See double rent. Now we have to convert into double. Convert to double console dot read line. Next after rent inmates count. It is the int inmates count. This is the integer. So we have to convert. So this is the input format. After taking each object of inputs, we have to add the colony list, right? So they told, right, colony list we have to add. See here list. In second class we took colony list, right? So in this list we have to add all these inputs one by one. So for this we have to mention object manager dot colony list dot add. We are adding, right? So we have to use add inbuilt function. Colony we have to pass all these inputs. So flat number, next owner name, to flat type, next rent, next inmates count. Like now we will take all the objects present in the given colony. After that we have to come outside the for loop. Then again we have to take one third input, right? See third input is the flat type string data type for checking the method. So for this string I am taking flat type f type. Any name you will take your wish. F type is called console dot read line. So after taking the input, now we have to pass the method. For that, see manager is the object dot. Next method name we took method name is the method only, right? So method, in this method we have to pass the f type. This is the main method. Main method is usually for taking the all the inputs. So first after taking all the inputs, now we are checking for the method. In this method we are passing the third input. So it will go inside the method, and inside the method all logic it will do, and after that it will give the output format. Now let me run whether our solution is correct or not. Wait, it's loading. Yes, it's loaded. First we have to enter input, right? So I am checking first test case. See first four is the objects of colony present in that colony. So four objects. See first object details. Now I have to enter. See 252 is the flat number. Ashwa is the owner name. Triplex is the flat type. 26,000 is the rent. 6 is the input count pen. Next second object of colony. 21 is the flat number. Susila is the owner name. Triplex the flat type. 17,000 is the rent. 9 is the inmates count. Next third object 28 flat number. Lakshmi owner name. Single story the flat type. 5,000 is the rent. 5 is the count. Next fourth object 215 is the flat number. Ashwa is the owner name. Triplex is the flat type. 29,000 is the rent. 15 is the inmates count. Next, we have to take third input, right? Flat type string data type. Now we have to take triplex. This is the input. We took all the input. Now we are expecting this output. See whether it will come or not. Yes, it came same output, right? See, let's see. See, $21 symbol, Susila dollar symbol, triplex dollar symbol, 17,850. See, rent also 5% increasing, and 9 is the inmates count. First, see, next 21, $215 symbol, Ashwa dollar symbol, triplex dollar symbol, 30450 dollar symbol, 15. See, same exact output came, right? So our logic is correct. Now let me check second test case too, whether it's coming like this or not. For that, again I have to run. Let's wait, it's loading. Yes, it's loaded. Let me enter all inputs. See, input they took as testing, right? This time, see, testing. See, no colony found with the given flat type. See, no colony found with the given flat type. So exact output came, right? See, two test cases passed, right? So it means whatever we build the logic, this is the exact correct. This is the final solution of February 13, 2022 asked CPA question in C sharp. See, this is the final solution. Almost 70 to 75 lines it came, right? Yes, all these question it will come like this only. Yes, I hope everyone understood this question, I mean this solution. If not, if you have any doubts regarding this solution, please comment below. Definitely I will reply to that comment. Yes, that's it for today. Stay tuned for upcoming uploaded videos. Until then, keep watching. Bye bye.